Welcome back to Bundaberg Today, community television on your social media. We're going to keep it community, we're going to keep it local. Like and share us as much as you can, please, and we'll have more for you all the time. Let's go and meet Nigel Dick, current president of the Bundaberg Amateur Players. So take us back to when your father, Nigel's father, Gordon, as most people will know, also was a president. You are the president now. So take us back to the beginning of the Dick Association with the Bundaberg Amateur Players.
In 1969, at the age of 4, when Dad arrived home with some bits and pieces and set it all up on the dining table and said, "All right, son, come over here, we're going to make a giant's head." I mean,
oh my.
And so you will remember this. So
yes,
this is 4.
I do.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
You were 4.
I was 4.
No.
And I think you were in it, Charles.
I was the giant.
You were the giant.
That head was for me.
I know.
And Helen Catamol, and that was in the back theatre, in the original theatre here.
Absolutely. I sat there as a 4-year-old, cutting the paper, gluing it on, and I thought, this is really cool. Like, Dad does some really cool things, and not really knowing what he was doing. And Mum would always say at night, during the weeks where Dad would disappear at night, and she'd say, "Oh, he's off to the theatre." And I'd say, "Oh, okay." So, henceforth, my interest grew for the theatre. But I never really became involved until the age of 10 when I joined the youth theatre.
Oh, right.
So that was a very exciting time for me. And at that stage, Dad was president. He started his presidency in 1966.
Good heavens. Okay.
No.
Now, was the theatre here at that stage?
Yes.
So
they bought the land in 1964.
Okay.
And built the theatre in 1968.
Okay.
Which had the back room. So it was the original stage in the back room.
Yes. So up until 1968, most productions were performed. Now, they may have been rehearsed at Austral Hall, but performed at the Winter Garden, corner of
Woongoora and Maryborough.
That's it. Yes, opposite the churches.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where they would perform.
Yes. So from 1951, when the organisation was formed, through until 68. Those 17 years were rehearse in one venue, perform in another, sort of.
Okay.
So they were saving their money, putting money aside for the purchase of the land here in Stephenson Street in 1964.
Good heavens above. And they started production here 68?
68.
Wow. And ever since then. So look at us now. From the rehearsals, what we call the rehearsal stage now, and also do you still do theatre, restaurant theatres?
Theatre restaurants haven't been on our agenda for a little while, but they're going to come back.
Okay. So you're not just the president, you're also performing. You've done many productions. You've also done production as in directing and stage and all that sort of stuff, haven't you?
Yep.
So it's been quite an experience for you.
I've had the best time.
Yeah.
And you do this because you are passionate about it.
Indeed.
And I'm sure I learned that from my father, that you do, if you are going to be involved in something, you be involved in something.
Yep.
And I have been very passionate about it.
Definitely.
Lucky enough to work with fantastic people across the years. When you look at the committee room, the committee that I started with, when I started my presidency in 1999, there's only one person who was on committee then is still on committee now. So you move those 12 people through and you get new ideas, and that's why this place continues to be.
Because I can remember when I came back to Bundaberg for a short period and I was on the committee for about 5 minutes.
Vice President, 2008. I checked it this morning.
Oh my gosh. Now, not just yourself, but other of your family members, your father president for many years, your president for many years, but your mother was always up in the canteen and the upstairs dealing with food.
Mum was one of those very quiet supporters.
Yes.
And you'd always find her up in the kitchen serving interval drinks, and she did that for I can't tell you the number of years now, but it was something in the order of 30 years.
Sure.
Where she not only hardly missed a show, but hardly missed a performance of a show.
Yeah.
So for nearly every performance of every show, I think it was 32 years before her death.
Yep.
So we've got fantastic. That is such.
Yep. Gordon as president, Estelle up in the restaurant, in the bar, and serving, doing all that. Nigel then taking over as president. How could we forget Miss Kim.
My sister as well,
Exactly.
So,
Kim Dick, as a lot of people know in Bundaberg, but she's been involved in the wardrobe side of things.
absolutely, on committee as well.
Yes,
and
of course.
working in the costume
Yes.
area, and our raffle person as well. Kim
course.
has sat at the raffle table
Yes.
and written raffle tickets, and that's brought in. You wouldn't believe how much money
Tens
has
of
just come
thousands
in
of dollars.
just
Exactly.
through the raffle.
Yeah, because she's been doing it for years.
Exactly.
Exactly. And organising all that.
Knows people as they walk along the
I know.
drive, and they just hold their money up, and she's already writing down their not only their name, but half the time their phone number.
I know. She's been doing it for a very long time. This is why we wanted to talk to you now, and this is why we will be talking to other people in Bundaberg. It is our community television. I always say that it's community television because we need to be local. We are local, and it's wonderful, not just for businesses, but for our people as well. Yeah, so Nigel, thank you for your time. It's been wonderful, and this is Bundaberg Today. So thank you very much for joining us. There will be a lot more. If you wouldn't mind now just liking and sharing us, community television at its very best. Like and share, and there'll be much, much more to come.